Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the all-new 2020 Ram 1500 Longhorn. I decided to make this video for all of the cowboys out there that love their Western-themed trucks. But as always, we're going to do a quick walk around on the truck, then we're going to take it out to see how it drives. A big shout out and thank you to Larry H. Miller, Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for providing us with the truck. If you're on the market for a new truck, check out their inventory in the description below. Let's get right into the video. Under the hood here of the Longhorn, we have the naturally aspirated 5.7 liter V8 Hemi. This particular one is an e-torque. So in terms of power outputs, you're going to get 395 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque, all routed through an 8-speed automatic transmission. And that little thing right there is part of the e-torque system, so that adds another 130 pound-feet of torque from a stop. It also gives you auto stop start, and then fuel economy on this truck is going to be 17 around town, 22 on the highway, 19 combined. Now finishing things up front, this is finished in the new paint offering for 2019, which is bright white. The Longhorn and the Limited looks super similar on the front end. However, with the Longhorns, it just has straight chrome slots, where the Limited kind of does some weird mesh stuff in the front. You can kind of see this Limited right over there. So you can see there's some blackout elements of it, but it's just kind of more intricate, whereas the Longhorn is just straight lines. That's an easy way to tell this is a Longhorn. You get the LED lights up front, so LED accent lights, and then you get the projector bulbs as well. Fog lights are down below with the parking sensors integrated into the bumper, tow hooks, and then more parking sensors. And then this one has the body color bumper group, so that's why the bumper is body colored and not chrome. Now around the side here we have 20-inch rims, 275mm tires, pretty standard in like the luxury segment of the truck segment. Is that a thing now? It kind of is. But anyways, you've got the Longhorn badging with the Ram badging on the side, 1500 5.7 liter Hemi, and other than that, let's head to the back. So looking at this key fob, you guys can see this truck has standard coilover suspension because there's no air suspension button to lower it, but you got Longhorn on the back of the key fob. You got your lock and unlock remote start and then tailgate release. If we press that twice, first time we'll lock the truck, second time we'll start it up. You can hear that 5.7 liter Hemi come to life. Press that again and that'll shut the truck off. If you press this, this will lower down the tailgate, and you will notice this has the multi-function tailgate. We'll get into that in a minute. But you can see plastic covering on the back of the multi-function tailgate. Spray and bed liner, standard equipment with a Longhorn. See, you've got LED bed lights. This one has the bed utility group, so it's got little sliders right there. Your cargo light is just above, and then this one's got a 5'7" bed. And then if we lift up the tailgate, this tailgate's gonna be a little bit heavier with the multi-function system on it, and let's get right into that now. So this on the top latch, that'll open up the bed. Traditionally, to do the multi-function, it's the bottom part of it, and so then that part opens up like a door, and then you got this little latch right here, and then that part opens up like a door. So now you got it open up like that. It's easier to step into the bed if you need or load stuff up. It makes it easier so you don't have to go around the tailgate. And then when you want to shut it, just throw it. Good to go. Then around the back, we've got Longhorn badging, Ram, 4x4, and then you kind of got the new design with the bumper, so it makes it easier to step onto. Dual outlet exhaust back here, and then you can see you've got the little receiver hitch just below the license plate, and then you do get all the plugins for towing, which is right next to the license plate right there. Now we can see the door panel here in the rear. Notice that the side step popped up, but you can see you've got beautiful leather with the brown stitching. This is where you're going to see all the Western theme now. Brown wood trim, which feels really nice. And then more leather and stitching just below. One of the speakers for the sound system has a little plaque that says Ram right here. And now this is where the Longhorn comes in. So you can see it says Longhorn on the back of the seat. Real leather. I mean, you guys can't smell through the camera, but it smells very nice. And you can just see how beautiful these seats are in the back. Very soft. And you got this little pull down, which that turns into some cup holders, armrest, extra storage. You can see you've got heated and ventilated seats back here, a couple charging stations, full power outlet, more cup holders with that wood trim. And then these are still functional, so they have like they're like regular mat pockets, but then they have like the saddlebag design on the front just because it looks cool. Again, keyless entry, so one touch to lock it, and then to unlock it, you just have to put your hand on the back of the door handle. This one has the power folding mirrors, which I recommend nowadays because they're really nice, especially with the blind spot monitoring that they have. But see the power sliding step comes back out. You can see that we've got more of that leather with the brown trim, brown wood trim, and then more leather up top. And then you can see you've got your memory seat functions right here, power folding mirrors with the mirror adjustments. And then you've got your window controls all right there, and then a couple more speakers for the sound system. Over here we've got our seat adjustments. So you can see it's full power with lumbar. And then you can see the front seats. So absolutely beautiful front seats here. It says Longhorn on the back of the seat. Again, more beautiful perforations, brown leather, very, very soft to touch. And again, you can't smell through camera, but it smells very, very nice. Pedal layout is just down below with a little hood latch right there. And then this is for your parking brake, your power adjustable pedals, your light controls. I usually leave it in automatic mode. Fog lights, cargo light, those are to dim the screens. And then the steering wheel is going to be manually adjustable. Now to start up the Longhorn, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake, push the push start, and then the truck will start up. And getting in and out's really easy just because of those steps. Gauges will do a little bit of the sweep, but everything will turn on. On the steering wheel here, we've got a regular cruise control, your adaptive cruise control, and then your little gear selectors to change the gears manually. Voice commands right here, and then this is for that little center screen. Nice wood trim, especially the top of the steering wheel feels very, very premium. Beautiful leather trim with the contrasted brown stitching. Regular windshield wiper stock on that side. And then you notice that there's no column shifter because it's got a dial shifter. But let's get into the gauge cluster. In the gauge cluster here, you can see on the left-hand side, we got RPMs. On the right-hand side, you got the speed. And then you've got that little center screen that you can scroll through a couple different menus. They give you different bits of information on the vehicle, but pretty standard setup. Nothing too crazy going on there, but you can see all the different menus that you can scroll through. Just up here, there's a little 12-volt charging station, but this particular Longhorn has the 12-inch screen. Let's go over the controls around it. So you can see you've got your lane departure assistance, and then your parallel and perpendicular parking assistance right there. And then on both sides, you've got the little climate control dials that flank the screen, analog controls to control the radio, and then at the bottom, parking sensors, tow haul mode, stability control, and then finally trailer brakes. And then you've got this whole 12-inch display that's on all of the new Rams. Really easy to use. The touchscreen response time is really good, and you can drag and drop the icons. Sorry, the plastic's kind of getting in the way of me pressing the buttons. But yeah, you can drag and drop icons if you want. You can see the navigation will fill up the whole screen right there. And then this controls tab, you can pop up at any point. You can deploy the steps whenever you want, so then if you want to wash them off. And then you can see heated ventilated seats up front, heated steering wheel, and then you've got your regular backup camera. You can see that pops up right there, and you can even zoom in on the receiver hitch if you need to. And those will turn with the steering wheel right there. And then you've got your surround camera system, so you can pop that on, and you can see then you can do a bunch of different camera angles with the truck, so you can pretty much see everything. Parking this truck is going to be super easy with all of that. There's a couple of USBs, and you can see auxiliary. And it looks like they got rid of the CD players, because now this is just like a little storage pocket. I haven't seen a CD player in 2020, so I think that happened. Anyways though, this is your shifter for that 8-speed automatic. Right next to it, you've got your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, true neutral, and then your auto stop start, and yeah, it's a dial. And to those that are worried about accidentally twisting this instead of the radio dial, you can see the size difference, but it also has a safety mechanism. So like, I can put it in drive, okay? The truck is in drive, and then if I go forward and open up the door, it automatically forces it to park. So like, it's a pretty fail-safe system in general. They've got a bunch of safety mechanisms associated with it. Now down here we've got our wireless charging pad for the Longhorn, and this is the big center console, so you get another little charging station, and then this console slides back and forth. So Longhorn edition at the top of it, and you can see it's got nice felt in here, and then you can fully fold this up. Still get little graphs on the back. I've got my key fob on top of the wood here, but got some cup holders, and you can slide this back and forth at your leisure. And then in terms of other storage space, you've got the dual glove box, so you can see lined with felt on both of them, and more of that beautiful wood trim on the front of that glove box with more of the leather and the stitching. All of it feels and looks very nice and premium. I mean, just look at the detail on that. Here we have the controls for the panoramic sunroof, and then your power rear setting window is that little control right here. So lets a ton of light into the cabin with this panoramic unit. You universal garage door openers, and then a couple light controls up top as well. As always, I share the window sticker, but it's super bright outside and it'll just show my reflection. So, pricing on this 2020 Longhorn is $68,000 before any type of market adjustment, and that's with this one being, I mean, you can see it's got all of the options. It's pretty much fully loaded and decked out. That all being said though, let's take the 2020 Longhorn out to see how it drives. Start off here in the 2020 Ram 1500 Longhorn, and just like all the other Rams, visibility of the hood, it's a little bit difficult with that bulge, but the parking sensors on the front end always help that out. Visibility throughout both these mirrors is really solid, blind spot monitoring on both of them as well, so it's always going to help out there. And then you can see visibility throughout the rear, so in general it's a really easy truck to see out of. And the nice thing about trucks is since they're higher off the ground, you can see over everyone pretty much. So setting off here in the Longhorn, let's talk about ride quality and road noise. And this one has the coil over suspension, so no air suspension on it. And on the ride quality standpoint, super smooth. I don't feel like you need the air suspension for a super smooth ride with these trucks. They just already from the factory are super smooth. And then in terms of road noise, it's really well insulated. You don't hear a whole lot that's happening around you, which is a nice experience, especially if you're purchasing this truck as kind of like a luxury mobile that can tow, which, I mean, that's basically what it is. Then you are going to get that luxury car feel. Now you can see steering here, very light, little bit of vagueness, not a whole lot. And you can see as I come to this corner, truck handles really well, but the steering, again, it's super light and effortless, so I don't have to do a whole lot to get the truck going. Now let's get a little acceleration here. Yeah, I mean, the truck gets up to speed and it gears down very quickly with that 8-speed automatic transmission. Super hot outside now. I mean, you guys can see what the temperature is reading right there, over 100 degrees. But anyways, acceleration is more than adequate on this truck. Sum things up on the Longhorn, if you are looking, like I said, for a Western themed truck that is just a full-blown luxury mobile that has all of your brown leather. I think this one's called cattle tan for the interior. It's like black and cattle tan. So yeah, if you want to take your cow and put it into a truck, the Longhorn is the truck to go for. Super nice, very smooth truck, super solid offering, just like all the other Ram 1500s. So if you're looking at a half-ton truck and you like the Western theme, check out the Longhorn. There we have it, everyone, the all-new 2020 Ram 1500 Longhorn. Beautiful truck, especially if you love that luxury feel and then also the Western theme. This is the truck for you. As always, if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and then again, a big shout out and thank you to Larry H. Miller, Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for providing us with the truck. Check out their inventory in the link below. I'll see all of you in that next video.